Today's episode is brought to you by Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, green juice, solves the problem of juicing greens on the go. Just add water, drink, and let your body soak up the benefits. Visit Organifi.com, that's Organifi.com, to learn more about an exciting offer for you, our podcast listeners. Today's show is brought to you by Hellofresh. If you're like me and look at the Food Network and all these channels and watch all these gourmet meals and just lust after them, let's just be real, you're lusting after them. Guys, we have a solution for you. Hellofresh does all the shopping, the planning, and delivery. So all you have to do, guys, is put this meal together, and they give you the instructions as well, so you can create the gourmet meals in the luxury of your own home. So use the code SUCCESS30. Success30. Just go to HelloFresh.com and use that code Success30 to get $30 off your first week of HelloFresh. So make sure you check it out. And now to today's show.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, Carlos Rivera, Quinny Jr., joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
Ooh, wait. What up, y'all? Y'all good?
And Dr. Douglas Thomas.
Dougie Fresh, y'all. Dougie Fresh, y'all.
Dougie Fresh.
If E sounds like he's in the W, it's because he is. But just the W has been relocated to his house.
Right.
So what happens when you get an insider on the road for a couple years? You bring the insider home.
I'm the insider.
And get a home insider.
I'm Dede's
on the inside.
I'm Dede's
That's the
insider.
next level.
I'm Dede's insider.
Let's get right into it. We don't got a whole lot of time. I got my son next to me eating goldfish. I'll see how long he can hold out. We'll try to give y'all a full
What
length
up, Trey?
podcast. And don't look at me like that. You got the headphones on, the goldfish are popping, and a movie. We had a family in town this weekend, and he's got triplet cousins, and they were here, and they just left a few minutes ago, so he stayed home with Dad today. We took Avery to school, so he's hanging out. We got Trey in the building. Usually I have E's son in the building, but Jalen is hard working on the camp.
Yes.
We'll get into that
Yes.
later. But right off the bat, man, before I even ask you about y'all weekends, I told y'all that this was going to be the most controversial fair foul in the history of our show. I'm talking about last week.
Yeah. You messed up. You put it on. You actually put it up. Candace still didn't see it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Come on, bro. She ain't on the gram. She not checking the podcast. And we have family in town? No way.
Yeah,
the
that's
only
a
way
win.
Candace would catch it is if, like, one of her homegirls in BU text her or something.
Say something
And by
about it.
then, the damage has been done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By then, we already got our ratings up.
I know that's right.
So I just, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, I wanted to go through just because these were pretty good, man. And I say 60-40 on the foul side.
Okay.
But we still had, quite a few. Somebody said, so I'm just going to read them all. And shout out to everybody who followed us on the IG page, S2S Podcast, all right? My man, King Jeff Brainer said flagrant foul. Not even foul. Flagrant foul.
Flagrant 1 or flagrant 2?
Foul for sure. My man, Stu Vick said fair. Shout out to him. Skylar Nart said, hilarious, the creativity at its finest. I love it.
I know that's right.
Foul. This,
foul,
Mariota
though.
said
Still foul, though.
You felt convicted, so your spirit knows it was foul too. Somebody
Blessed
said,
are the pure.
I love this. My man Andrew Sheet said, foul, but I'm not saying I wouldn't do it too.
Right. I love it.
I can't be mad at that.
I love it.
Somebody said, hilarious and fair. And somebody else said, somebody said it was foul, especially if you got the grown man okay, no, he took it too far with that.
You collected the grand prize.
We on the same page as Disney. Keep that to yourself, young man. It's the same ratings as Disney.
Oh, man. So, let's see. Foul. Somebody said, CJ, it was foul. Give credit where credit was due. That's foul, CJ. CJ, you so foul. You messed up when you tried to do too much with the gift. I'm like, wow. A lot of people said that. Somebody said, I'm going to be in trouble when she finds out. Fair. Somebody said the re-gifting was fair, but foul for allowing her to think you actually bought the gift. I never said that I bought it. That's where I'm tripping. I never said that.
Yeah, but you did say, though, you put some sauce on it, though, like,
When you gave it to her.
I put a little steam on it. The one finger, the way I held it up with one finger may have implied that I bought it. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like it was very humble. Somebody said, love you, CJ, but it's foul. One reason to think it's foul because you're trying to find yourself excuses to defend yourself. Foul, but the podcast was hilarious. Fair all day long. Shout out to my man L Boogie 37. Fair all day. No apologies needed, CJ.
Like
Here
that.
come my dog.
Like
my fellow gorillas coming through.
He said no apologies needed.
I love it. Let's see. Somebody said foul because you swagged it out. My favorite one, my man Matt Jones said, fair. The ball hit the foul pole, but it's still a fair play. That's the nigga. That is the perfect way to say it.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to say it. I'm with my man right there. That is my favorite comment of all the comments. My man Matt said it was fair. The ball hit the foul pole, but it's still fair ball. I love it. So yeah, thank you for your feedback on that. We had about, 100 and some responses on the Instagram page, 1,000 responses on the Facebook, another 5,000 on the email. Y'all really blew that up, so we appreciate y'all rocking with the fair file there. I still feel pretty good about it. I'm not gonna lie. It's feeling less muddy as the days go on.
Yeah, no question.
And it sinks in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I saw it in the office the other day. I just went in there and clicked the light on for no reason. I was like, let me just turn the little light on underneath it because I'm feeling good. And then, my cousin and his wife came and they were like, oh my goodness.
What a great gift.
What was that? And then she said, CJ got it for me for my birthday. And I did feel a little like,
just a something.
At that point, I felt a little something. But hey, we here now and we winning. So shout out to all y'all for the fair file. E actually is going to bring us our fair file today.
This week.
So usually I got him, but E has one, I believe, involving his wife.
Well,
he sent me some pictures yesterday.
I'm going to let Dede do the fair file. Because I thought it was fair. So I didn't even think it should be on the show personally. But I didn't personally think it should be on the show. But Dede,
oh, you didn't even think it was an argument?
No, I didn't think it was. I thought it was all fair. But Dede said, because she all in the podcast. Here's my thing with Dede, though. She don't listen to the podcast, but she all about the fair file. That's her thing. So, yeah, I'm going to let Dede... I'm going to let her introduce it, and you tell me what you think.
Broadcasting live from the W in Grand Ledge.
Yeah. Get her on the mic. Make sure she on the mic, E.
Oh, let me tell you something. You know she got the mic now. She ain't playing around with the mic. She got the mic.
Dede probably bought her own mic set by now.
Okay. Fair or foul? Your husband of 28 years. So I've been occupying the role of mother for roughly about 23 years. Okay, so he knows me like the back of his hand. For Mother's Day, I get tickets to a baseball game. I hate baseball. I get tickets to a baseball game in a totally different state. So that means I have to put forth a serious effort to get to a game that I don't like. So then I go and I check the weather. It's 55 degrees. I have MS. Hello. You can't sit out in the cold with MS, okay? And so we go to the game. Praise God it didn't rain as forecasted. And it was 55. I'm not going to say the weather was good. It was 55.
It wasn't cold.
Or it wasn't hot. It wasn't hot either. Okay. So then that says, see, you think, okay, once we leave the game, we get into a nice warm car. Not. We had to walk back to the hotel. I'm like, okay, is he really serious right now? My right leg giving out. My poor mama could barely keep up. She behind us. I'm like, wow.
Oh, mama out there too, Lord have mercy.
Foul. And then this clown wants us to go eat at Chipotle after the game for Mother's Day dinner. I'm like, oh no, you can't be serious right now. And then I had to speak up for the rest rest of the ladies, and I didn't get Tamisha and Candace's story, but I did get my next door neighbor's story, Erica. Wow, her husband comes galloping out to the truck. He on Super Geek. Like, yeah, I got my wife.
He done bought her a grill.
Yeah. I bought my wife a Mother's Day gift. I'm like, okay, cool. What'd you get her? A vacuum cleaner. I said, He said, yeah, she been complaining about.
I need more context, Dede. She love vacuuming.
He said she's been complaining about the vacuum cleaner. So you chose Mother's Day weekend to get her a new one. So I'm just still giving my man some hope because I'm thinking he about to say he got her a Dyson. So I'm like, okay, that'll go over a little smooth. Right. Oh no, my man got her a Shark. What the devil?
The $40 Shark.
It came up number 2 on the charts. It's the number 2 best vacuum.
He did his research.
Dede, now let me ask you this, Dede. This is a question that now I just play devil's advocate. Don't cut my head off. I'm just asking for a friend. Technically, you are Eric's wife. You're not his mama. Candace is not my mama. So for Mother's Day, how much am I required to do?
All day, see.
When I got a mama.
No. So let me stop you. Let me stop you.
So
Jalen, where you at, Jada?
I'm your baby. I'm your baby's mama. I'm your baby's mama.
Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day.
Right. Mother's Day. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm always confused. Now, I do a little something because my kid's a little young, so I did like a little card and got them like a little hookup. But I'm saying, like, you got 2 grown kids,
and they
Mother's
came
Day.
through.
It's like
they came
Valentine's
through.
Day is where I got to come through.
And my kids came through, but because I've messed up my body so that somebody can call you daddy, yeah. My body, I'm still bearing the stretch marks, the extra 20 pounds. Yeah, I messed up my body so somebody could call you daddy. So yeah, that's where it comes in. Get it?
Okay,
Get it?
I was just asking for a friend.
Yeah. So that's it. Then my homeboy Jalen, now he the oldest with a good job. Jalen has a really good job. Jalen made me a card, which was so sweet and cute. Then Jalen sent me a $10 cash app. So to piss Eric off, I told him, I said, this is the best Mother's Day gift ever. A $10 cash app.
See, it ain't fair, bro. It ain't fair, bro. It ain't fair, bro. My man had the best gift ever. $10 gift
with the
cash
$10.
$10 and a card.
But she said
you done took her to
together.
You done took her to a Cleveland Indians game. You know what I'm saying?
Dede,
you
what
done
was
took
the
her to a
card
Cleveland
worth?
Indians game. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say to ask Dede what the card was worth because she making that card. Dede.
Come on,
you said
watch
he made
this though,
it.
see.
I want to know what it's worth.
It's all perspective because she said nothing about the drive to Cleveland up front, the one-on-one time we spent kicking it. She said nothing about the hotel. We stayed. My boy Mike put us up in a very beautiful hotel. Said nothing about that. And she right. The weather wasn't cold. It wasn't hot. It was just right. And I ate Chipotle before the game. All right. I didn't want to eat it after the game. Took her to Yard House. See. Took her to her favorite restaurant where they have the
she didn't mention that.
Yeah, the vegan chicken and rice. She had I'm talking about the mini peach cobbler. Boy, I got her that. Didn't get her the full boy. Took her mom. See, she said nothing about, I took her mom with us on Mother's Day with my daughter. Yeah, bruh, I can't. You know how many other mothers was at the Cleveland game?
And it looked like y'all had pretty decent seats. Y'all was out walking on the field before the game. Of course, you got the hookup.
Oh, great seats. All the other mothers was there. They look happy. All the other mothers look happy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. See, I'm just still upset.
I was just always confused because remember one year I promise you, I was on the road, I was doing my thing, and I forgot to get her something for Mother's Day from my kids. And she was so mad, and I was like, wait, you not my mom.
I want to know verify. You're not my mom.
I'm confused.
That's what I'm confused on.
You're
You're
not
my mom.
You're not my mama. That's
it.
We just titled the podcast.
That's it.
There it goes.
You're not my mom.
You're not my mom.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, you're not my mama.
And
like,
you said it.
Mother's Day.
You got 2 grown kids. Jalen 22, Jada. Now Jada, let me tell you something. Jada, bro, she a G when it comes to holidays, bro. She got her mom. Shout out to Jada. She made you know how you got a bomb, Carl, like with the wick? Oh, Jada actually had got the red construction paper, put it in that, I don't know, is that cylinder shape, whatever it is, wrote TNT on it, got a wick that came out of it, and bought her mom some soap bombs.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I mean, that's what you get for mother. I'm saying, because listen, we got to draw the line at some point. Not what's next? I got to buy her something for Veterans Day. Like you wasn't even in the war. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what you want?
Where do we draw the line?
Where do you
on
draw
this?
the line? So yeah, Boom Boom came
I'm
through.
just saying,
bro.
if we don't stop it now, it can get out of hand.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm buying you gifts on.
And she came through for her mom, and she came through for her brother who's in Atlanta. And I thought that was enough, bro. And no, here's what Dede. This is where Dede played me. She was on the prayer line Sunday, and she gonna tell the people he went to go be with the baseball player, and he didn't get me breakfast in bed. See, she don't even like breakfast. See, she just want to throw me under the bus. She don't even like breakfast, bro. You feel what I'm saying? She don't even eat breakfast. See, hold on. See, here we go again.
But see, you know about you know about 200 pounds. I gotta eat before 11 o'clock. My blood sugar started to drop. I'm a big girl. You have to feed me, okay? You can't be playing around. I'm like, wow, I done got up, spent around in bed. I'm like, wow, okay, where's my pancakes, hash browns, eggs, anything? Can I get some dry toast? No, my man is out. Mother's Day again. I said, well, you know what? Maybe he went to the stadium to roll out the red carpet. Maybe he gonna have me on the jumbo screen. You know, nope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. We gotta
get on
rename
jumbo
it.
screen.
That's where you
We
went
gotta
wrong.
rename it,
That's
see?
where you went wrong. Yeah, the jumbo screen.
I don't know,
you heard
bro.
it.
I'm confused.
Hey, come on,
bro.
Carl.
Mother's Day.
Don't it seem like it's Mother's Day during the week, though, Carl, for Dede? Just like doing a normal weekday. Don't it look like Mother's Day around here for her? I can't get it. I can't do
tell
it.
you, E, this the monster you created, E. You created it.
Her mom created
you
it.
created
I just
it.
picked it up from her mom. That's what happened. Let's move on, C. Let's move on. We bitter, bro. I just want to hear people's response. Fair or foul. She not my
let's get
mama,
it.
and I still looked out for her mama on Mother's Day. Yeah, fair or foul.
Oh, man. Y'all are hilarious. All right, so let's catch up on the weekend now. I told y'all I had family in town. Shout out to my cousin Carl and his wife Charlotte, man, came down with the triplets. We had an amazing time down here in the A. Beautiful weather, aquarium.
Yeah, good.
Stone Mountain.
Somebody had good weather.
Man, so it was great, man. It was a little hot, you know what I'm saying? A little hot, but, about hit 90. You know, when you're standing on top of a mountain, that 90 can get a little rough. But had a great time other than that with the kiddos, man. The kiddos had a blast together. So anyway, catch me up. I know y'all had eventful weekends as well. So
let me tell
was
you
at a
something.
baseball game celebrating Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
What better way to celebrate Mother's Day than the Cleveland Indians baseball game?
I mean,
Did
come
they
on.
win, E?
Come
Did
on.
they win?
Yeah, they won. My boy Mike
Okay,
hit
good.
a home
Okay,
run
good. There we
too,
go.
bro. And it was the take me out to the ballpark. It's America's pastime, bro. Come on.
Oh, yeah, no, we man, this weekend was I'll give you both sides of it. So 9-hour trip. My brother's wife, my sister. I don't do the brother's wife thing, but my sister graduated from. So she actually graduated from the University of South Alabama, but the Oakwood loyalty run deep. So they actually worked out something where she can walk across on Oakwood stage. See, so we literally drove down. 9-hour drive. We left Friday morning at probably 6, 7 in the morning. Drove down. Bro, we left Michigan, it was 40 degrees. We got to Tennessee and that sucker was starting to read 91. We got to Alabama, that sucker said 95. I'm like, I'm not about to get out this car. I'm like, what is going on? But anyway, long story short, you gotta help me out. You gotta help me with this, see. So, we did, we hanging out. I see this is almost like a mini family reunion. My family from New York came down, my brother, some cousins from Maryland. We had a decent crew down there. Graduation is Saturday evening. They said, all the stadiums now, I guess, doing this new security thing, a lot of craziness happening. So they made the announcement look, this thing is going to fill to capacity. Y'all want to be up there at least 2 hours early. It's supposed to start at 7, they tell us. They're saying come up there 2 hours. Mind you, still 95 degrees outside. Come up there 2 hours early. But see, everybody got to go through the security. It's only one door to the whole event open. Everybody got to go through that same door. So I'm talking about, it looked it looked like the Boston Marathon out there, bro. So many people outside. So we standing out there. We couldn't take my grandmother. I mean, we made the decision not to take her because her knees, she can't do all that. So we end up leaving her at the house at the hotel. But we go up there, see. So we get up there 5:30. why does the graduation not end? Listen to what I'm telling y'all. And because Tina graduated from another school, they put her at the end. They got everybody else go. So she's the very last 4 people. She's in the last 4 of the names called. They called her name CJ at about 11:30 that night.
Wow.
It was only,
excuse me?
You heard what I said. 11:30. It was not Eastern time. That was Central time. Bruh, we were in there from 5:30 until we didn't get home till 12:15-ish.
Wow.
Bruh, I can't explain to you what. See, we got the kids with us. My kids, my brother's kids, my cousin up there, she like a year old. I'm talking about, I have never seen something. And I ain't trying to badmouth them.
I'm talking about it don't last, but I'm talking maybe a half a second.
Okay.
Bruh, I'm not trying to badmouth
I'm
you,
done.
but
You
this
just
don't make
discouraged
no
me from going to a
sense.
graduation every
I
day.
just got a quick question.
One, see?
I just got a quick question, Carl. Tennessee State was 800 students, and it was about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Did they have 1,000 students?
I ain't even want to say, because we went to Tums, and Tums was 800 and something, and that was like 2 hours.
Yeah, tell me how many
it was
they had,
380 students. 380 students, E.
Ooh.
So I text E, see, and I text Dede. I text Dede probably like 10 something. Dede said she was watching it online. And granted, E, I think this would have been the year that you should have graduated, because your boy from
Pete.
It's a Different World. It's a different world. See,
yeah, what's his name? Ron
from a different world was their commencement speaker. So he did like 20 minutes or whatever. But I'm just saying, see, I text Dede and I said, I have a whole new respect for E like none other. Like, bruh, people talked and talked and talked. And I said, E's the only person I know that went to Oakwood that left there that actually getting paid to speak like that.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh, I'm talking about you can talk no more. I'm like, yo, I don't care how good you are at this point. I can't hear no more. It's been 7 doggone hours, bruh. They called every name, and the way MSU do it, see, now I can see the difference. MSU, everybody go off to the side and take that photo.
Right.
Everybody stopped on stage to take the photo with the president of the university.
Oh, come on now. That's just not even official.
Bruh, I'm like, this is just like, just on some stupid
Talk
stuff.
about
But
personal
anyway,
touch.
7 hours, bro, graduation. 7 doggone hours. Foul as all get out. But anyway, let me switch it up. So,
I mean, did they have like food there? Can you go out and get a
don't start
burger
me, see. So,
halftime?
hey, I was going to switch stories. Hey, I'm going to switch stories, but you're taking me back. So we go. The kid's hungry. We in there 7 hours. So my kid's hungry.
She'd rather go to that graduation than that baseball game. I'm just curious. Verify Dede would rather be at the baseball game than the graduation.
I go downstairs. I'm going to give y'all all of them in short because I ain't want to go too far into it. But I go downstairs first of all, and my man looked like 17, walk up to me, E, and said, you can't wear your hat like that in here. I just looked at him and I looked off. I'm going to keep moving. Like, I got kids to feed, bro. I ain't got time for this. I just kept walking. I was like, appreciate you, bro. Thank you. And I kept
you was
walking.
wearing like a gangster disciple? How was you wearing it?
I'm like, how did you have it on?
I'm just saying, how can I wear my hat that make me look, a 40-year-old man almost look like a gangster? It ain't nothing on me can look gangster. I'm just like, nah, nothing. I always wear my hat. Like, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm good. But see, get this. No food, no concession, nothing. It's a vending machine on the other side of the building, like a half mile away. And we got to walk the whole, because only one entrance is open. We got to walk around the whole arena to get to the other side. But get this. My man said, we might not be able to let you back in because we close to capacity.
Wow.
This is about 9:30 at night. I was like, bro.
This is where you need a gorilla with you, Carl. This is where.
No, I told my man, look, my kids, another dude, it was hilarious. Another dude, his wife was pregnant. He was walking right with us. Like, yo, I don't know how y'all gonna work this out, but we coming out and we coming right back in. However, y'all gotta work it out, figure it out. My kids is hungry. We about to get something to eat. I'm coming back in.
I wasn't talking about the leaving. I'm talking about to leave it forever and explain later why we left. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about leaving the arena. I ain't talking about coming back. Yeah, you don't need a gorilla for that. You need a gorilla to make a whole decision for the family. Bruh. Enough is enough. It's 9:30. We about to go to Texas Roadhouse.
It was ridiculous, bro.
And go to bed.
Ridiculous. But anyway, let me flip it. The Mother's Day thing, man. So my grandmother, she's got to be like 84 now. My grandmother, she's slowing down. Let me put it like that. She's slowing down. So it was just huge for all of us to be with her. Yeah. And my brother was the person that kind of engineered the whole thing. Because again, she graduated, like this ain't her first graduation. It don't have to be that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like just being real. It don't have to be. She graduated before from college. Like it ain't like the first in the family.
Doctor. You done graduated about 6 times already.
Yeah. So,
and grandma wasn't even there, so y'all missed the whole day with grandma.
She wasn't even there, bro.
Nah.
So
yeah, Carl,
we ended up doing
an executive decision around about 9:30 p.m. This is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. I'm not saying just no, I'm just trying to be, in all seriousness, shout out to everybody who graduates. Like, unless it's like, yo, like I'm talking about son or daughter, what do you really, like, Tina,
Nothing,
like, come
bro.
on, that's 2 seconds, bro.
Nothing.
2 seconds. So you done sat in a building for 7.5 hours for 1.5, 2
I'm getting on the
seconds
Alumni
of hearing the name get
Association.
called.
We shutting that down next year.
Bro, I can't. Oh, yeah, no. You're going to have to do something about it, E. Yeah, and you know how black folk is when they get the mic. Everybody want to.
Bruh. No.
They got
see, let me go on. See, don't let me go back.
You know
I'm trying to go past it. See, don't let me go
it's
back.
It's a black graduation.
It started at 7 with a concert, E. It started at 7. You know the aliens did their thing. 7 o'clock, bro. They had like 4 songs, and then after the songs, they had a sermon, bro. And then get this. All right, so after this, I'm gone. See, after this, I'm gone. So we had songs for about 20, 30 minutes. Then we
30
had
minutes of
songs, bro. Then my man came
a
up
black
and preached.
Christian graduation. You knew you wasn't getting out of there.
Then my man came up and preached the sermon at about 7:30. Right? But get this, see, my man did well. He did like a 15-minute sermon, but get this, y'all gonna die right now. So I'm like, okay, from 7 to 7:45, they did the songs and my man preached, bro. And they still were not ready to start the hookup. So they started playing some stuff on the screen, just like a documentary on Oakland for 20 minutes. Wow. 20 minutes, E.
Wow. And hey, as soon as we get back, we're gonna have Wednesday night prayer meeting and we'll continue the graduation once Bible studies concluded. Wow.
Anyway, I'm done. We're going on Sunday. So we get back. Sunday, we just celebrated my grandma, my brother, and then went and got like a bunch of flowers, the little veggie champagne stuff, and we just spent the day with my grandmother, man, and that was just huge. And when I said big and not, when I say big, like I go back and I tell y'all, my grandmother had like an elementary school education, man, and she had to stop school to take care of her kids. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, to take care of her siblings first. Then, of course, she had to take care of my mom and my aunt. And what she did, I'm just going all the way down to show y'all, man, when I tell y'all that we standing on people's shoulders, and if we're not respecting it, like you messing up in a major way. Like you not respecting that thing. Bro, my aunt came up here and got a job in a bank for the last 30-something years. My mom was a teacher 30-something years. Like that generation improved. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right.
My mom put me and my brother in a position. My mom and dad put me and my brother in a position, bro. We both my brother got a PhD in chemistry. I got 2 advanced degrees. I'm just saying, now I'm watching how his kids are growing up, my kids are growing up. Like I'm talking about, it's a whole different, like off my grandmother's shoulder.
Your kids going to the moon. They going on Saturn or somewhere.
Them jokers, that's real. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you, like, man, just to sit there, and it was weird, it was nostalgic for me because my brother said, like, yo, the reason I'm pushing so hard is because, for real, this could be the last time we together like this.
Yeah.
So just being able to sit there in the room and watch her, and just being real, like, she losing her memory, like, major, like, so it's now, like, we're making fun out of it, but she can't remember nothing, bro. But, I mean, just to be with her and watch, like, I'm talking about everybody around her, watching the grandkids go hug her and, just seeing that enjoyment on her face and to know that this whole family is here because of her sacrifice, man. Like, it was just huge. See, so I ended up driving back. I didn't get back home. Like, I left there like 3 o'clock yesterday evening. And I drove literally.
I drove.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we drove. So I drove that joint, like, it was 9 hours. It wasn't bad. The kids did great.
No,
the kids did great in the car. They slept.
No, 9 ain't too bad.
9 ain't bad.
Yeah, we got back literally like 1. We got back like 1 this morning. But yeah, no, so that was the weekend, man. Just being able to really appreciate my grandmother, just spend time with her, whether she remember or not, man. I got photos. I'll post something on Instagram. Y'all see the family. But you know what I'm saying? Just to be together, man, was just huge, man. Just a big moment for our family.
Tell Dede that, just to be together. Go get Dede again.
Yeah.
No, D ain't feeling that. Real quick before you jump in there, shout out to our sponsor, Organifi. They're sending, I believe, are they sending something to the conference, Carl?
We got something sitting in Boston right now waiting for them. It's waiting for them.
If you are in Boston, we will have the Organifi up and ready. Listen, man, we are so thrilled, and Carl, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I'm sure they won't care, but we are in the top 5 podcast in the in the world, I guess, of people who Organifi sponsors. We have top 5 in orders from our community. So you guys have been holding it down.
Y'all killing it.
Before I even, solicit y'all to go do that, wanted to say thank you to everybody, man, who's been rocking with us, buying it, drinking it. loving it, using the promo code. We really do appreciate y'all. I think we're over a couple thousand some orders. So that is incredible. Man, keep rocking with us. Adam sent me this morning. He said, thank God it's Monday with the screenshot of him getting his Organifi in. Listen, man, if you're like me and you don't want to sit there and juice every day, all day, and be getting messed up with all the ingredients and have a messy cleanup and have to worry about, getting the kids ready and doing all of that, just grab Organifi, man. The green juice superfood powder. You just pour it right in your water bottle, shake it up, and you're ready to go, all right? I feel so much better, guys. I'm not even lying to you. I was thinking about it the other day. I actually was obviously with family this weekend, so I didn't eat that great, but I still kept drinking my Organifi throughout the weekend. And usually after like a 2-day, kind of cheat meal kind of thing, I'll be feeling kind of crappy. Promise you, I woke up this morning, hit the gym harder than ever, feeling amazing, man. So get the Organifi, go to Organifi.com, ORGANIFI.com, www.Organifi.com. Use the promo code SUCCESS for 20% off. Let us know how you like it. Shout out to everybody posting pictures on the gram, sending this to us. Send your photos, S2S Podcast on the IG. We'll repost some stuff on there, man. But we appreciate everybody for rocking with us on the Organifi tip. Now, E, you had something very pointed you wanted to speak about today, sir.
Yeah.
Now that we got all the foolishness behind
us. Can we do this?
I'll let you.
Yeah, let's do this real quick,
We
man.
can do whatever you want to do, bro.
Let's do this real quick.
You're the star of the podcast.
Yeah, let's do this, man, for real, y'all. Let me just say this, y'all. We've been working hard for a long time, and I remember I used to tell you all the time, like, we don't have no sponsors. We were fortunate enough for an event that we're doing, a big gala for our school days efforts in Atlanta on September 1st. And we'll be selling tickets for that soon. But, Chick-fil-A came through in a big way with the facility. Shout out to our boy Anthony Flynn, and Lashana, who were responsible for it. But y'all, that was so big for me, but most of you know that. You probably, heard it on our Instagram, but we're doing a camp. Jalen, of course, was with Michigan State for 4 years, and, he did camps, and, this summer he was like, Dad, I want to do something, not just sports related, but something around leadership, academics, and then sports, because this thing was, Dad, I was in that world. And there are people who went on to the next level and did phenomenal. There were people who made mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to help, these young people. And he's like, are you on board? I'm like, yeah, I don't play basketball, you know what I'm saying? But you talking about character and leadership, I'm all for it, right? So we got Atlanta first, June 4th and 5th. We got Houston second, I think 11th and 12th, Detroit 18th and 19th, and then Chicago, I think the 24th and the 25th, and all Monday and Tuesdays. And man, I think C got the text and he sent it to Jalen. But I want y'all to hear this, man, because like, yo, for real, man, it just seems like sometimes when you do stuff the right way, and I'm talking to somebody, do not be weary in doing well. It just seems like, cats who shady, sharks, it just seems like they getting ahead of you. I'm just gonna be real. Like, even though we never veered from this path, that God put us on, it was times I would just be looking like, yo, how my man get and how he get and bro, it seemed like we can't get, I'm talking about $5, y'all. Like, we've never been fortunate just to have somebody say, yo, here go 50K, we see what y'all doing, whatever. I got a lady at Michigan State, last semester, she gave me, I think, $1,000. She gave me a $1,000 check. This year, she gave me $2,000, just like, yo, E, go do something good for the kids. But I'm just being real. We get a lot of, E, you changed my life. Yo, C, Carl, those videos. We get a lot of that, and I'm not soliciting nothing. Like, my journey is my journey. ETA journey is ETA journey. Like, God know what he doing. But I'm just gonna be real. I used to just be like, yo, we giving out gym shoes to the kids. We giving out money. It just seemed like, yo, we out here, not necessarily on the solo, because we got our BU family. We got, we got our game changers, master of the game. But it just didn't seem like, and I got a text sent to me through my son. I don't know if it came to Jalen. It could have came to CJ. I'm not sure. But C, do you have that text?
I sure do. I think it came to Jalen, but I got it. Jalen sent it to me.
Yeah, can you read that, man? Hey, Carl, for real, this is the Nobel Prize. For me, Carl, this is the Nobel Prize before the Nobel Prize, bro.
Yeah, no, I said, dear ET team, I would like to purchase tickets for up to 20 kids who could greatly benefit from the Triple Double Academy but cannot afford to go. If your team could assist me in finding these kids, that would be amazing. Preferably, I would like it to be in Chicago, but anywhere you see fit is great. This is my way of saying thank you to all my mentors on the road to success. I just got married and we do not have kids yet. You know we would be there. I'm ready to write a check today. Thank you for your time. Regards, my man Carter.
Yeah. So if you do the number, Carl, what a ticket cost, and I'm just gonna be real with y'all. See or tell you, I would do it for free. But I have learned over the last few years, like, people don't value what they don't pay for. And this is less, we're charging less than a lot of mamas go out and buy a pair of shoes. Like, it costs less than the J's you get or the Jordans, the LeBrons you get or whatever those shoes are. It's less than that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you spending money on shoes for your kids. That's your kids. You know what I'm saying? You want the best for them. I wear Jordans. I got some bronze. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not on that. I'm just telling you it's cheaper than a pair of gym shoes. And when Jalen read it to me, man, I just was like, yo, my man said 20, see, not 2 or 3. Nothing wrong with 2 or 3. My man said he ain't got kids. Right. It ain't like he got young kids. He wasn't poor. He said, I don't even have kids, but you guys have mentored me from afar. And I want to say thank you by buying 20 tickets, bro. So just shout out, man. I'm pumped up. There might be some other individuals out there. You guys are saying to yourself, like, yo, E, I feel what he feel. I ain't got no kids either. You know what I'm saying? But I want to help out. Triple Double Academy, www.academy.com. Go there. Now, I'm going to be real. For those of you, and y'all know I'm transparent. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie and get in trouble with God on no marketing stuff. But if you go to the tripledoubleacademy.com a week ago, there was no donation thing on there. You know what I'm saying? Well, it didn't exist because I didn't even think about it like that. But when my man said he wanted to donate to 20 kids, man, and there's some parents out there for real who may not have it, and we're going to make sure that we're not blessing people who are already blessed. We're going to make sure of that. But now if you want to go to tripledoubleacademy.com and you want to donate, we now have a tab for you to donate. So just shout out to my man and his wife for making the sacrifice. And it's stuff like that, man, that lets me know when, Michael Brantley hooked us up with, the hotel room, the game, the tickets, whatever. And at first, I was like, yo, bro, you ain't got to do that. And God was like, shut up. How you gonna pay for other people's hotels and when somebody's want to say thank you to you, you're not gonna let them say thank you to you. So just sit down somewhere and let somebody else be a blessing. And so just the fact that he's willing to bless 20 other young people is big. So for those of you who are out there, you like, yo, I'm not in Atlanta, I'm not in Detroit, Houston, or Chicago, but I want to bless a couple kids as well. You can go on there and donate. So I just had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Hey, Sid, let me say the link again, see, because somebody emailed and there's another one called ours is Triple W Academy, guys. There's another one, Triple Double Academy. So just want to make sure, tripleWacademy.com.
Yeah, so W in the middle is kind of tricky, but yeah, no, for sure, man. And shout out to Jalen, who's been putting in a lot of work, making sure he gets the right people out there, the right mentors, academically, athletically. It's going to be a beautiful program, man. So I can't wait. I'm excited about it. But anyway, all right, E, what did you have for us, my brother? You had something on your heart.
Yeah, so Carl, if you can, I was going to say you, but I think it's Will. If you can play Will, there was a piece he did on Instagram stories. He actually took the snippet from, I guess it was an interview him and Sean had, and he was just kind of breaking down this whole, like, stop worrying about what people think. Hook up, and I wanted to go there because I think
shout out
important.
to Nikki. I definitely don't know how to work Instagram stories. Okay, so shout out to Nikki for making it happen. I'm not on Instagram, so y'all quit looking for me. But I know which piece you're talking about.
So we'll drop that and then see you can wax deep on it and we can break it down afterwards.
Fear, and it's almost like you look at an Eric Thomas and you go, man, if I had his level of, and I just had his level of beast mode, man, I would be on fire. And if I had, Sean's, don't care attitude, I'm going for it. Listen, man, people are gonna judge you. People are gonna say your podcast stinks. We actually have a segment on our podcast called The Negative Feedback, where I read all the reviews of people telling me they can't stand my guts. They wish I would stop talking about my kids. Your whole family's ugly. Guess what? I just embrace it. I'm no longer gonna live my life based on what people think or the fear of, what if I put it out and people don't like it? What if I go after this contract and I don't get it? What if I go after that promotion and they say no? Guess what? The de facto answer is already no. I would rather go out there and give my full effort and lose than sit back and wonder what would have happened if I gave it my all. And so I think fear kind of gets talked about in this negative light, and people are like, don't let the fear, don't have any fear, don't be fearless. No. Have fear. Use the fear though.
Yeah, so see, man, I want you to really go in on that, but let me go here, because a lot of times when we hear, like you said, people go say something negative. In this case, I want to talk about my wife, and I'm not talking about it like in a negative standpoint, but you have to understand, like, my wife has a different personality than me. You feel me? And my wife might be like, yo, I don't know why you doing this or doing that. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like, all right, I love my wife, respect my wife, but in this case, I can't even listen to what my wife is saying. And it ain't on the negative stuff. It's like, you said, some people will say, podcast stinks, your family this, they ain't that. No, I'm talking about my wife, who will say, yo, I don't know why you keep doing, like, why you doing this free stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going again? Like, what about our time? Like, you're not doing enough free stuff. You've been doing this stuff in Michigan State for free for the last whatever. Ain't nobody gave you a check. The president didn't show up, so on. So I'm like, yo, why you keep doing it? And for me, bro, it's like, yo, you got to get to a point where you get tunnel vision, because the worst thing in life to do is go back and forth and back and forth. I believe this. I could be wrong, but I think sometimes it's better to make a bad mistake than not make a mistake at all. And sometimes we get so caught up in what people think we should be doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like...
yeah, that's deep. You could have stayed on that right there. Yeah. Because at least if you make a mistake, you learn.
Right.
If you don't do nothing, you never know.
You know what I'm saying? That's wrong or
so
right.
I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah,
but that was deep.
I'm just saying. So for me, it's like, I got to do what I think is right. Like, I know why my girl is saying certain things. I feel Dede, but I'm like, I'm not you. I ain't no gorilla. You know what I'm saying? I'm a flamingo. So you don't know why I would, let's just say go to Cleveland. You may not know why I would do that, but this is an opportunity. Not on no game stuff. This is a professional opportunity. Like, this is the opportunity for my son. My daughter wants to get into sports psychology. This is an opportunity for me to type, like, how many people get to build relationships in certain communities, see? You feel me? So we just can't care. And I don't want to tease my wife, but, she just got, some furniture, right? And when Dede was getting the furniture, Dede was like, Eric, okay, I'm buying this stuff that can't be touched. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting stuff where, it ain't kid friendly, and, what you think? I'm like, girl, you had Jalen 22, Jada 20, like, bump the world. Like, why you buying stuff for company? Like, this your house. You know what I'm saying? You a gorilla. This where you need to be gorilla. Like, who cares what? Well, I got this couch and it's a light color, and she wanted to get a darker color so when people sit on it, I'm like, ain't nobody got to sit on it. You ain't got to buy nothing for nobody else. Like, you need to buy something for Dede.
Let me tell you something. I was with y'all when y'all bought them couches. Them couches are not for sitting.
They not for sitting.
Absolutely.
They not. And so Dede was like,
them joint. Hey, Carl, when you see him,
I told him I got to come over there. I ain't see it yet.
Bro, these things, you can't even call that a couch. The way these things moving and shaking, and I wouldn't sit on them unless I had a tuxedo on, and I might sit on the edge. I'm talking about the edge.
And so I'm just saying, for those of you who are listening, like, you gotta stop living for other people. And I'm not saying disrespect people. I'm not saying be cocky and arrogant. But like, yo, you gotta get to a point where every move you making, you're like, okay, what would this person think? Okay, and what would this person say? Okay, and how's this person gonna treat me based on, like, at some point, you just gotta be you. You gotta operate, and I did. I'm gonna be honest. My wife, she teasing, but I take care of my wife flat out every day, doggone a holiday for my wife. when I left, she literally said it. She don't never want break. She's like, what about breakfast? I'm like, boo, I'm sorry. Like flat out. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. And this door is gonna open up other doors. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get a rain check on Mother's Day breakfast. I'll make it for you tomorrow morning when we get to the crib. And you know what I'm saying? See, and as much as I love Dede and revere Dede and worship the ground she walk on, and I'm so grateful God blessed me for her, even though she my wife, see, I still can't be on that, or what Dede gonna say, or what Dede gonna think, or Dede might not approve, and Dede might get mad. No, I'm doing something that's gonna take care of our generation, the next generation, prayerfully the next generation. So when you said that, see, kind of give me like, did somebody piss you off? Did you get an email, a text, did somebody say something to you? And then break down what you meant for the people so we can get people out of bondage, see, and help them to finally walk, you know what I'm saying, and they dream life.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, obviously I was talking about a few things there. I was talking about fear in one instance, and I think, you know, that particular point that you're making is so critical because if you need a cheerleader or if you need a cosigner for everything you do, you're always gonna be at the mercy of other people, and your success and all of those things are gonna be at the mercy of someone else. And I think that's a slippery slope. I think that's a dangerous road to go down because when they're not cheerleading or when they're not necessarily riding with you the way you think they should be riding, you're basically putting the power into their hands. I think when we started on this journey, and that's why, man, I promise you I love the podcast because we can go back, right? When we started on this journey, I think the only thing that we knew is that as long as the ball was in our hands, we were gonna be good. So we turned down a lot of business opportunities, a lot of business partners that we could have took on and things of that nature. Why? Because we always just wanted the ball in our hands. And what happens is when you give somebody else the power over you to say, oh, I don't like that, and it shuts you down, or you need a cosign or a cheerleader when you don't have it and that person removes themselves or they're not feeling what you're doing, your level of productivity goes down. More importantly, your belief in the ability to make it happen goes away. And so you stuck there and you're not making the moves you need to be making. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about what we did and how we built this. Trust me, guys, when you quit a job at Michigan State, and I want to explain to you guys, for those of you who don't live in a college town, Michigan State, having a job at Michigan State is a big deal. To say you work at the university was like, you almost felt elite at that. So when you leave a place like that, right? So like whatever your hometown is, whatever the main industry is, or, you know, kind of, and you talking about, this wasn't even blue collar, you got General Motors and things like that. This is, you know, more a corporate setting, if you will. When you leave that and you start a YouTube channel, you don't have many cheerleaders. There's not many people saying this is a great idea. But the good thing about us is we never needed that. We never were in it for that. And so I think we were able to operate with a clean mind because we weren't necessarily looking for that. And I think what he's talking about is you need someone, whether it's your wife, your husband, you need your sister-in-law, you need somebody to call and pump you up and tell you how phenomenal you are every day, or how many, you know, every time you make a move, you need a cheerleader. And then when that's not there, you lose all your stamina and all your energy and all your momentum. And I'm telling you, you got to keep the momentum yourself. Now, if you get some cheerleaders and people pumping you up, cool. But at the end of the day, especially when you're getting started, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be there. And so you have a false expectation of who's supposed to do what for you, who's supposed to be what for you. So I guess that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that's powerful. I was thinking, of the whole part about just making a decision to do something, right or wrong. Just like, I'm being real. You helped me with this. E was like, yo, there's some stuff there's some people you're going to have to let go. There's some stuff you're just going to have to do. What's funny, E, is some of the stuff that I let go has come back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff that I was so scared about, like, crap, if I do this, how am I going to be able to, like, I'm so dependent on this. And man, some of that stuff that I was able to force myself, hear what I'm saying? Force myself to just make a decision and let go. It's come back at a time where I can really, really, really use it now. So I'm talking about, I don't even think you're going to lose like you think you're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? There's that fear that this going to happen and that going to happen. I don't even think you're going to lose like you think. There's some stuff that could go wrong. There's some stuff that could happen, like C said. But what was Josh's line? You make a decision and then you make it right. Bottom line. Just make the decision.
That one doggone phrase, bruh. Say it one more time slow so they can hear it.
You make a decision. Bottom line, make a decision And then you worry about making it right.
Yeah.
But you make a decision. Don't just sit there and wait and wait and wait. You know what I mean? Time going by, man. Like, just make a decision, then worry about fixing it. You can fix it along the way. I don't know if I said it on the podcast before, but it's a lot easier to steer a car once it's moving than you trying to, push that joker and you trying to turn that wheel when it's just dead stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's moving, you get that thing rolling, you could easily just turn that wheel left or right. It's a lot easier to make.
Give me the scientific hookup though. What is it? Object in motion?
In motion, yeah. Will continue in motion unless an external force, he brought it back. So an object in motion will continue in motion unless some external force is acted on it, and an object at rest will continue to be at rest unless some external force is applied to it.
Come on. So
either which way you go.
Yeah. I want to give y'all a practical, for real, because C always like, E, make it practical, right? E, you going on and on, but make it practical. Listen to me very closely, guys. I don't talk to salary workers, and I don't talk to people, and I'm from Detroit. I don't talk to people with a work mentality, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't talk to people who have a work mentality about entrepreneurship. It's a different language. I don't talk to people who are in poverty about money. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. It don't make a person, who is in poverty, it don't make them a bad person. We're talking about humans. And I want to talk about this at some other point, see, because somebody hit me on some I hear you compare LeBron with, Jordan. That's basketball. What about off the court? I'm like, bro, let's talk about that. For real, let's talk about that. And it ain't no doggone comparison. We can talk about that later. But LeBron, as a human, on a whole nother level. So listen to me. Money does not make you a great human. So I'm not saying because somebody is in a working class that they're bad people. That's my family. That's CJ family. That doggone Carl family. But I don't sit down and talk to working class people about entrepreneurship. When my girl go in the store and buy that kind of furniture, I don't talk to people in poverty about do they think she could get that kind of couch and those kind of chairs. They're not bad people. They wouldn't understand. They just would. So I don't waste my time talking to people about stuff that they don't understand. That's what some of you doing. You talking to people about stuff they don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about. They not on that. They couldn't understand that language. You talking Spanish to somebody that speaks French. They don't understand. So stop it. I know it's your mother, but stop it. I know it's your father, but stop it. It's like me talking to my homies on the block about going to Michigan State and getting an advanced degree. It's wah, 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 wah. They don't understand. Let's talk about something else. So listen to me. I'm going to save y'all a lot of stress. I never would buy my wife that kind of couch. Matter of fact, Dede bought a chair, and I was like, boo, get two. She's like, it ain't even enough room in the house for two. I said, for what house? Which house you talking about? You talking about the house we live in or the one I'm about to buy you? Which one you talking about? And y'all got to understand something. When my wife was buying that doggone furniture, I knew it wasn't for this house. But I wasn't going to stop her because I was like, yo, my girl finally spending money. She finally coming out of that thing. She's spending money. And so when Carl said what he said, let me tell you why I said it. Because there are those of you who don't spend no money. You save everything you have. Why? Because you're trying to stay at rest. And you're going to be at rest for the rest of your life. So when my girl was like, let's spend this money, I was like, bet. Why? Because we about to be in motion. We about to be in motion. She about to get something started. She about to get something started. You about to spend that kind of money on the couch? Oh, I'm about to have to go and grind now. I'm about to have to go take my game to another level. I'm going to have to stop doing the gigs that I'm doing and get to another. Oh, that's why come on, y'all. That's why I'm about to make this next move I'm about to make. Because my girl got something in motion. We start going into places we start going to furniture stores where there's nobody in the doggone store. I call C like, yo, C, how they making money? Ain't nobody in here. He said, if you and Dede buy what y'all about to buy, don't nobody else got to be in that joint for the next 30 days. She going to be all right. Ain't nobody got to buy nothing. You get 2-3 people coming there spending that kind of money. And guess what? It's not a store on the main strip. It's not. It's the kind of store you had to be looking for it.
I'm an entrepreneur. You definitely don't even need to talk to me about that kind of couch. Bro, I said, how much? I said, E, I don't care what she say, bro. I got to negotiate this. We not paying that. I'm talking about, I'm talking about the nicest couch I've ever seen in my life, of course. But even me, you want to be careful talking to folk who not in your lane. Like, I need to talk to E. He don't need to talk to me. Because I would have been like, yo, E, my man, a couch, bro, we can just go buy a truck right quick and then put the couch in there. We can make more money delivering couches. You know what I'm saying? We can make money delivering these joints. But yeah, no, you make a great point, E. You make a great point. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you did. I'm through, bro. I'm through. Get in motion. That's all I'm saying. Get in motion. Stop being afraid. Stop saying, well, all I'm gonna do is live here, or all I'm gonna do is spend this, or all I'm gonna do is that. Because what happens is you putting yourself at rest.
Oh man,
you putting yourself at rest.
Amen. Amen. Oh, amen, man. People, man, I'm telling you, and listen, we joke a lot. And, you know, we have been blessed, man. We do well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, really well, you know, even as a family. And you know what? We buying a house now. E and Dede joke. It's cost about half as much as the couch E and Dede just bought. All right? But in all seriousness, though, you know what I'm saying? It's about a couch and a half worth of house, okay? But in all seriousness, when Candace and I were, you know, of course, discussing the house, and of course, it had more to do with the school district than anything, but we were discussing the house, one of the things that we said was, can we still buy the house and can we still bless folks and look out like we need to? If somebody called and genuinely, you know, had an issue, you know, my cousin dying, you know, you can't help that. That's just something crazy, tragic life situations that happen. Can we still buy this house and still be able to help everybody that we helping? Like, we don't take a step back or take our foot off the gas in terms of tithes and offering, in terms of, you know, what we donate, what we give, the charity work, looking out for folks. You know how we do. If I got cash in my pocket, I see a little kid, he tell me it's great, I'm just gonna cash you out. Like, so we're buying in that mode of, can we still give, man? And I'm telling you, I know so many people, man, they so tight. I mean, they act like, yo, if I give somebody 50 cents, I'm gonna be broke. And I'm like, yo, you don't understand that that's the very mentality that has you broke right now. Or that's the reason that you always worried about money, because you always worried about money. Now, am I telling you to go out and buy a couch like E. White? You better not go out and buy that couch, okay? But let me tell you something. Relatively speaking, it's the truth. That couch, I'm teasing E, but E can make that couch is 20 minutes worth of speech for E, where he is at this level. And so what he's talking about is he's not excited that his wife is spending that kind of money on a couch. He's excited because she's now starting to understand that there are no limits when you're a human and you live in the United States of doggone America. And a lot of you operate off this poverty mindset of, oh, I only got this much and I only got this much. And I bet I never get, and I'm telling you, you won't have it because of the mindset. It's not the couch that he's excited about. He don't care nothing about a couch. He literally, I told y'all, he don't love nothing of like that of trivial matters except for his hats. Like that's all he care about. I ain't never seen him care about a shirt. I've never seen he wear a watch, a necklace, anything. So I know he doesn't care about the couch or having the couch, but I know he feels like finally like, okay, we ready to live now, doggone it. He been doing well for a long time, but in his wife's mind, she's probably still had a 9-to-5 mindset of, okay, when is this, if this don't work out, and if you always live in the, if this don't work out, you gonna be in the, this ain't working out. And so we just choose to live on the other side of the coin now, man. Talk to me, Carl. Talk to him, Carl.
Oh, I ain't got nothing to add. I promise I ain't got nothing to add to that. Yeah, no, y'all just laid it out very clear. It's a
mindset. And I guess for somebody who grew up in the, and I don't know if you always had the mindset, because I don't think you did, because I remember you used to be calling me like, yo, see, how long you think we're going to be able to run this?
But Dede scared me. Dede was scaring me. I thought we was good.
Straight up.
Dede had me on scare. I'm like, I thought we was good. She was like, but how long? I'm like, let me call C and find out. I don't know. I thought.
You playing, but even like when I was buying my house, my mom was like, the house costs how? Like my mom started freaking out. And I was like, yo, I called Josh like, am I tripping? He was like, well, you make it what your mom make in a month in like a day.
Yeah.
So it ain't for her to understand.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, okay. Whew. But you know what I'm saying?
No
like
question.
somebody will jump on you with their mindset. So I can remember a time and place where you called me. I was in New York.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, Dede want to know how long we think we're going to be able to run this thing. And I swear to you, I had just got a speech for $5,000 and he called and said that to me. $5,000, Carl. I can't get E to move off his expensive couch for $5,000 these days.
That's charity work, baby. That's charity work.
Hey, you had to do 30 of those for one couch back in the day, okay?
We retired
but I'm saying
now.
there was a point when you had I'm saying, even you, for as optimistic as you are, there was a point in our history.
No
And I'm not
question.
saying you called me nervous, but you definitely called me like, yo,
Dede
see,
has freaked me out.
what you thinking? 6 months? And I said, and I had the vision that I had to be the big brother. And I said, hey, it's only gonna get uglier from here because I know what we said we were going to do, and we put in this much work, and we finally gaining this much traction, is over. And we never had another conversation about it again, and we've never worried about money ever again. Yeah. But talk to somebody who has that broke mindset. Like, and by broke mindset, we're not trying to dog you out. No. If you listening and you know this is you, like, just try to take in what we're saying in the spirit. But like, for real, with that, maybe just say blue collar, right? Because like, to be honest, my dad had a check, and we knew how much the check was gonna be every single week. And so you could plan out, 20 years because you knew how much your check was gonna be. And so I'm saying, how do you come out of that mindset, and not necessarily a broke mindset, let's call it a fixed mindset, right? Yeah. Let's call it a fixed mindset. How do you break that fixed mindset and say, no, there's more out there when you've been in a position where the money is what it is? Like, at no point did your mom come home like, oh, we just hit a lick and made another $28,000 a day. Like, that never happened. So how do you get over that mindset and get to that other side?
You know what's so funny to me though is I read a lot of autobiographies, and what was shocking to me is that there were a lot of individuals who worked at plants or whatever, but there were people who had grew up in their neighborhoods, who had their same experience, who were entrepreneurs, like a Johnson & Johnson. So when you say a fixed mindset, see, I think a lot of people feel like I have to accept the life that's given to me. So if you're in Detroit, think about it. What's the life that's given to you? Ford, GM, and Chrysler. That's the life that's given to you. You don't think about going to school. Now you live in Boston. You got a lot of Ivy League schools just in that whole East Coast area. So you're thinking about school. And so what I mean by fixed is that you accept the life that's given to you. So it's some people who may be doctors. You still living in poverty to some extent, see? Because you took what your parents gave you and you just got to that level. You didn't stretch it beyond that. You feel me? So that's why I said you might have somebody who wrote a book. They might and got a master's degree that's sweeter than somebody that's a doctor because they took it from their family didn't even have degrees and didn't even really work. They lived on welfare. So they took their life and created something phenomenal with it. So that's what I'm saying when I talk about a poverty mindset. It's like whatever people give you, you stay there. Now, I do get it. I understand why. So let me tell y'all what happened, right? And a lot of you guys have a mind. When you say fixed, like for real, you are afraid of change. You are. You're afraid when things start moving because you're thinking in lack. You're thinking, okay, if I don't have this, what would I have, right? And I promise you have a whole lot more. So what was spooky was, and see, I knew Dede didn't think about this, but I wasn't gonna say nothing when she bought the couch. I left it alone. I ain't say nothing to her, y'all, but I already knew. I was like, okay, it was a shift for her as coming from a working class and being a nurse. It was a shift to be in that type of furniture store, period. It was a mental shift. And I was excited because I'm like, yo, if Dede changes, this is what happens in life. If you change, you gotta change all the way. You can't change just in a little bit. Right. Change is what it is. So when she went in the store, I didn't say nothing. When she saw the couch moving, because she had never seen a couch move before.
Me neither.
So
right. That is two of us who never seen a couch move.
Please give a little short video.
And we ain't
IG.
talking about moving like your bootleg couch at home, like the one I'm sitting on now with the recliner.
Oh yeah, no.
That's not what I mean by moving.
Yeah, no.
We're talking about a whole nother level of movement.
Where Carl, traditionally the back of a couch is what it is. It's stable. It's right there. Mm-hmm. Well, with this one, the back is two separate pieces. So if you're sitting in the kitchen and you want to look in the kitchen, you can move the back to a different spot and be right there. Or if you want two people to sit in two different spots, you can move it that way. So it's moving. So when she saw it,
Oh, if you want to cuddle up, perhaps make an attempt at. Dede already said it's zero grown man gifts going down on this couch.
Hey,
This ain't that kind of couch. So it's gonna be. So y'all's gonna be separate. You're gonna have to move into the separate position.
I'm talking about move downstairs. So what's crazy, guys, is once she saw the couch and she was moving, I was like, if she asked me, I'm saying, get it. So she was like, yeah, how much is that? Okay, yeah, I want to get that. Can I get a discount? Okay, how about the chair? And I was like, if you're going to get that chair, you got to get two chairs. You can't get just one chair. And if you're going to get the chair, you're going to have to get a little table to go with it. You know, there's some small little table. Yeah, bruh, and what she didn't realize when she bought it, I was like, yo, now when she get home, she's going to have to paint. Now you're going to have to paint the whole house. Because the house, the orange don't match with the, right? And so here's the thing that blew my mind. This is what scares people. It's like, shoot, I got the couch. And I got the chairs, then I had to get the tables to go with it. And now I gotta change the blinds in the house. And now I gotta change the wood trimming. We had to get that painted, see? It was an old oak. We had to get that, the modern. And then she was like, okay, well, let's get all the wood out. And I don't know what that stainless steel banister she got. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you, right? So then she got to do that. Now she like, well, we can't keep the carpet in there.
Vibranium.
Vibranium.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. That's exactly what. Thank you, see. And so pretty much, she done changed the whole house.
She's so stupid.
Now here's the thing that blew my mind. This did blow my mind. Once we got the house painted, I never noticed how dirty the doors were. And that's what you're afraid of. You are afraid that if you change all of this, this gonna have to change too. And it is. You absolutely right. But you have what it takes. And so I just told the painters when they left, I was like, yo, can y'all come back? I need one more thing. They're like, what? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna need y'all to paint the doors. So they painted all the doors white, see, right? So we finished now. And as I walk in and look at all her stuff, I look at, because the kit is no wall. It's living room, kitchen, high ceiling. And I look in the kitchen and guess what? The cabinets that I loved dearly when I first bought this house, those cabinets are oak as well, and those cabinets gotta go.
Yeah.
Cabinets gotta go, bro. It's throwing everything off. It's a sore thumb. It's throwing everything off. And it needs to be a light gray.
It served its purpose.
It did.
It had its season.
It did.
It served its purpose.
That's the word, y'all. That's the word. You in an old season. You talking about the Pistons of the 89, 90 Pistons. You talking about 2000, 2001 Pistons. Bro, we just fired our coach. It ain't the same Pistons. We got some solid players, but it's not the same Pistons. And guess what's gonna have to happen? They got rid of the coach. They got rid of the people that was with the coach, right? They gonna have to switch up some players, right? You look at Boston. They lost their top 3 players, and they still in the playoffs, still looking decent, right? I'm like, who are these dudes? But you got to change, right, to get to that next level. And so we have practically, guys, other than the floor and the marble countertops and all that, or the granite countertops, which, Carl, here's the deal. When I bought that, that's the type of stuff that if you buy that once, and I had to put in some money to get the granite countertops, that black, whatever, what Galaxy black it is, bruh. But guess what? When I go to these fancy hotels, guess what I still see in them? You see that because I spent so much money on that, Carl. I made such an investment, and that's the kind of stuff that's not seasonal. That kind of granite, that stuff lasts forever. So I'm just telling y'all, change the stuff that you can change, and we pretty much had to change our entire house for these couches. But
I'm
guess
talking
what?
down to the light switches. See, I saw the little, you know, the little normal white panel around your little light switch. That sucker gone.
Bro,
I'm like, wow.
What did he call them? What'd you call the banister?
Vibranium.
We got the vibranium
light switch things too.
Lights fixtures now. And then we got a new light. We got all new lights. We had to take, we had the lights that we bought when we first bought the house. We bought those new. We had to take all the light fixtures
that's a
out.
mouthful, E.
All the light fixtures out, see?
It is. I told you, I'd never seen the inside of a house straight looking like the W lobby. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? Like, I swear it felt like the W. So I need some neon lights going through there somewhere.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Doubt. With the music. Get me the right music, too.
Oh, you got to have the right music. But just give me like a little neon, a little pop of neon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, man, that's dope, man. Change out the mindset. We had to do a whole conference and the whole session on that, man. I promise you, bro. I promise you, man. I told you, we talked about this before, but people like, man, if I had more money, I'm like, it ain't the money, man. I promise you, 10% is 10%, doggone it. You know what I'm saying? I told you, we used to pay tithes. I used to be like, boo, we ain't making but $1,500. You about to give away $150? Now I'm like 10%. I'm like, boy, you giving away thousands. I'm like, it don't matter. It's like, yo, it literally is the mindset. And E always said it back in the day, it's not equal giving, it's equal sacrifice. Yeah. And so if you could find it in you to grow, your mindset, you'll be able to grow your pocketbook as well. And if you want to grow in other ways and be healthy, you need to really rock with Hellofresh, all right? This segment is brought to you by Hellofresh. With Hellofresh, each box is made up of fresh, responsibly obtained ingredients selected from high-rated, trusted farms. With the Global Eats option, it helps bring authentic international dishes and exciting flavors home for you to cook. The convenient part is that all the ingredients come pre-measured and labeled meal kits. Cooking will actually become something that you look forward to and enjoy after work, all right? Instead of being a pain. Candace and I did the chicken sausage risotto the other day with the mozzarella, zucchini, and tomato. It was off the chain. We also did the chipotle, what was it? Chipotle spice steak, Carl, that I sent you that picture of?
Yes, sir.
With the lime creamer and the bell pepper hash. It was off the chain, I'm telling you. Not only will you feel like a G as you're cooking it, you just, it looks bossy, all right? That's what I love about it. I always send a pic, you know what I mean? I'm not the pic guy, but I always send a pic when I'm done because it just looks amazing, man, and it tasted great, tasted fresh, man, and so if you're looking for some options, go ahead and rock with them, all right? And with subscribing, there are many benefits, so you can keep enjoying it week after week. Get delicious, filling meals delivered right to your door every week for less than $10 per serving and free shipping, all right? Manage your account easily by choosing your delivery date to match your schedule and pause it when you're on vacation. All right, so sign up for $30 off your first week of HelloFresh. Visit HelloFresh.com, all right? Promo code is SUCCESS30. So go to HelloFresh.com and /success30, and you will see us there and put that in, man, and give yourself a $30 discount. So shout out to HelloFresh for rocking with us. Let's jump into some Ask ET, man. We got quite a few from Ask ET, and so we'll just get right into it. Jared in Texas said, ET, how do you know when it's time to pull off the gas a little bit and spend more time at home? I work a 9 to 5, but I'm chasing my dream of opening a sports bar. It's a ton of work, and I'm using my off time from my day job to do it. Needless to say, my wife and kids are currently getting the short end of the stick. Any suggestions on how to keep the dream alive and still be a great husband/dad?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this. Well, I was going to say we talked about it on the podcast, but we didn't. That was actually on our, was that?
It was
our
a
Breed
BU
University.
call,
yeah,
it was
entrepreneur
a BU
call.
We did that.
Okay,
yeah.
So real quick, so guys, you should measure your wife and your children's need for time, or like that physical touch or that physical presence or that affirmation, right? So I know with my wife, with Dede, she probably requires about, maybe 3 hours. I mean, we're retired now. We're retired. So, but about 3 hours, a day, literally, just one-on-one time, right? When she was working, it was probably an hour and a half, right? My daughter, she doesn't require a lot. We both enjoy music, whatever. So a little bit of music, a little time talking. Jalen's a little different. His love language is quality time. So Boog is more the dude, if you're close to Boog, he wants to be in your physical space, right? So I understand for each one of my loved ones, how much time they need. And I'm not gonna always get an A with my wife, I understand that. So like I said yesterday for Mother's Day, I already knew, okay, I'll get up in the morning, my daughter came by, we gave her gift, we talked to her. I left for an hour and a half, came back, we chilled in the room, did testimonies and worship. Then we went and grabbed a bite to eat, got to the game a little bit late, right? Then after the game, we went to go eat, right? I already knew with my wife, she came to the hotel, fell asleep. So I already knew. So when we got here this morning, before her mom left, she wanted to go out to eat one more time with her mom, spend some time with her mom. So I know what kind of time I need to give my wife. Now I'll tell a story. I took a course from a teacher that was my favorite teacher in my master's program. And in both her courses, earlier courses, I got a 4-point. In her final course, I remember having a 3-point in the class, and she came up to me and was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "What do you mean what's wrong?" She was like, you're not Eric Thomas, you're not 120, you're not performing at the highest level. And I was like, oh, my bad, I forgot to tell you. My wife is deciding to get her another degree, and she's gonna do it through the University of Phoenix online. And my wife doesn't know how to work a computer. So I have to spend a considerable amount of my time in the day, helping her navigate through pace, edit. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything. Like, she don't know computer. We was in college, it was a word processor. You know what I'm saying? 94, she finished on time. It was a word processor. You know what I'm saying? So I got to help her. So I'm going to do enough to get a 3-point to pass your class and get to the next level, but I'm not going to be able to get a 4-point because I need to get this time to my wife. So you got to know, if you get A's all week and then the next week you get a B or a C, you ain't about to fail the marriage. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to fail your kids. So you got to know when to give an A, when to give a B, when to give a C. And I know there are peak times for me as a speaker that I got to go hard. But then, I think for me, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but normally like Thanksgiving, kids start getting ready for final exams or whatever in December, I'm pretty much off from November to January, 2nd or 3rd week of January. And that's when I go hard with my family, because my peak is low in terms of my job. So you got to determine like when your family needs that time, and then when you can do a B or a C. So I know I said a mouthful, but measure, man. Know what they require, and I feel if you know what they require, you give them what they need, and I guarantee you, man, you go. My wife ain't tripping on yesterday, but I am gonna have to make up for it though.
Yep, no, that's good. Lynn in Wyoming said, hey guys, love the podcast. I'm a single mom and I really want to go back to school and finish what I started. I really don't need the degree. I have my dream job and make great money. I think it's just something I want to do for myself and maybe my ego. E.T., do you think I should pursue it or just forget about it?
No, not for your ego. Not for your ego, no. Please don't do it for your ego. Go get an ice cream bar for your ego. Drink a shake, a milkshake or something for your ego. Go walk a mile. No, please. School is not, you had nothing to prove to nobody if it's not something that you feel like is going to replace a hole in your life or something productive. Don't go get a degree, no.
All right. Don't go get a degree.
No, not for your ego. No.
Lauren in the UK said, hey, E.T., love you so much and thank you for everything you've done for me. Your videos have helped me through some really tough times. Currently, I am at university and I'm doing well, but my problem is that lately I've been getting severe test anxiety. I never had it before, but my last 3 exams, I've had a near panic attack. I still did pretty well on the exam, but I don't want this to keep happening.
Yeah, go get help. Go. First of all, congratulations for having anxieties and still being able to pass. I don't have anxieties and couldn't pass. What a great problem to have. But I would say go seek professional help.
I didn't care enough to have test anxiety.
Yeah, I promise you.
You know what I'm saying?
I promise you.
I had anti-anxiety, test anxiety.
I promise you.
I was too comfortable.
I was too comfy. Something about getting a C on the reg will just come for you right out.
Yeah.
You
don't need to paint no doors and change no
putting
fixtures.
too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah. But no, go get help though. Get help.
Yep, for sure, get help. Every once in a while, guys, we get some weird questions, so I'm just gonna rattle through a couple of these just for humor's sake. Somebody said, Luke in Windsor said, what are your guys' Wi-Fi names?
What?
Ooh.
Oh, Wi-Fi? Oh, what's mine?
Mine's Spartan Dogs all day. Spartan Dogs.
I named this area. I named mine The Wire, right after I had got done watching that series, The Wire. It's been the same thing ever since. And I thought it was just a cool play on the word. My internet was The Wire.
Hey, who keep making their internet like FBI crime van? Like, that always freaks me out. Y'all ever seen that? Yeah, like sometimes like you'll go to I'm talking about years ago, like when I lived in New York, like I'll go to like my Wi-Fi and my neighbor's Wi-Fi would be like FBI, like something. I'm like, what in the world? Like,
mine's always my name. It's easy, Eric Thomas. It's always easy.
Douglas.
Easy. Thomas.
Somebody said, is a hot dog considered a sandwich?
Ooh.
Never thought about it.
Let me tell you something.
We get so many random questions. I just put them in a little random drawer.
Hey, I'm telling you, don't
pull them out.
If you asking E.T. who split it down the middle and put some macaroni and cheese on top of that joint and some fried onions on a hamburger bun, it's definitely a sandwich.
On a hamburger, a hot dog on a hamburger bun?
Oh, bro, you got to try it, bro. Oh, that used to be my go-to. I split that sucker down the middle, put it right there, onions, macaroni and cheese, whatever the leftovers were. Put that on 2 hot dogs on side by side, boy. Mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, and just blah. American cheese. Oh, I used to go in, bro. Now that's a sandwich. But the little joint you talking about in the hot dog bun with some ketchup and relish, probably not.
The one you fed Dede at the game the other day.
That's a game. Now, that's a hot dog. Don't play. Hey, any of y'all been to a concession stand at a baseball arena?
I don't know why them hot dogs so good.
It's the
hot
real
dogs legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, the hot dog at the game is legendary.
It's no joke, bro. There's no joke.
Let's see. Who's least likely to return a text/call? I think we did that one already. Who did we say was least likely?
You all day. See, no questions asked.
Fair.
All day.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Favorite fictional character?
Huh?
Favorite fictional? I'm just reading them, bro. Don't. Yeah.
Fictional character.
Wolverine.
Bruce
Is that
Leroy
fictional?
for me.
Is that
Bruce
fictional?
Leroy.
Is Wolverine fictional?
Bruce Leroy is my favorite fictional character. Anybody got one?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I just said Wolverine. I don't know if he's fictional though. Is he?
Why are you gonna say? Come on, dog. Why would you say Wolverine, dog? Out of all the things you could have said, Sparty.
Right, Sparty.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Wolverine. We do not acknowledge that animal. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't got none. I don't know. Keep going.
Let's see.
I'm talking about the X-Men. I ain't talking about them dudes up the street.
Still, you can't say the
I
word.
know what you're talking about. Most likely to get into an argument with a stranger.
Oh, E.T. all day.
E.T. all day.
Hey, even the rebaptized E.T.
Right, free baptism. Yeah, I see that too many
CJ
times.
right after me though.
Yeah, I still be thinking about when he jumped out the car on that police officer and tried to say he didn't go through the light. And they brought him up on videotape in the courtroom and he ran right through it.
Okay, but after the other dude ran through it though, I'm like, yo, why you ain't get my man in front of me?
Vibranium. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have that vibranium back then. Let's see. Did you guys ever decide if a wing was white meat or dark meat?
Oh, I think we settled that, didn't we? We was in Australia, I think, with that. I think we said it. I don't remember what the answer was, but I know we settled
I already
that.
said it. Yeah, it's white meat, but it tastes like dark meat. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It's like the fair ball that hit the fair ball hit the
you
foul.
guys all go somewhere together, who drives? That's easy.
Oh, easy.
Me.
CJ is the head.
Carl,
the gorilla.
Yeah, no, Carl already took the Barbados left, so my nerves bad on that. He drives.
Oh yeah,
I
in a
don't
different
even
way.
know how. I don't.
No,
think
he said
you
it. See, no, he said it. What he said just now was that he don't live his life by nobody else's rules. Like, you know what I'm saying? He do his own thing. That applies to driving too.
Bingo, bruh.
No, I remember one time he told me, he was like, see, man, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I get my high off late lane changes. You feel me? And running lights. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that, bro. Yeah. I'd rather you just smoke some weed than kill me running through this red light.
Carl ain't died yet, and I drive Carl around all the time. He ain't died yet. And Carl gets one Barbados left.
When the two of y'all together, you drive every time?
Yeah, I'll do it. See, when I know he tired. When I know he tired, like, you know, a flight or something, I'm like, all right, let me
Carl,
get that.
Yeah, you got to be real confident you letting E drive you around. Last one, somebody sent this in the One Gotta Go. She said, One Gotta Go, your favorite movie, your favorite album, or your favorite book?
Oh, my favorite book, gotta go.
I was just gonna say, it's too easy. The book all day.
No questions asked. It's gotta go,
way longer to read the book, y'all. We good.
Bro,
if I can get that same thing in a movie, I'm great.
Well, since your favorite book's the Bible, I know who will be at the pearly gates with me waiting on the answer. You know what I'm saying?
I get it on audio, Carl.
I know somebody else is gonna be sweating when they have to explain to God why they got rid of the Bible but kept Monte Cristo. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna have some explaining to do. All right, man. Let's see. Any announcements? Phenomenal Life Jamaica. The VIP is already sold out. So shout out to everybody who already bought tickets. I told y'all, man, we are not playing with the Jamaica trip. PhenomenalLifeJamaica.com is the website. We've already sold out of one level of the VIP. I think we have another level of the VIP, may have a couple tickets left, and then we have some general admission. But either way, man, it's gonna be lit. Like, you're gonna have a great time with us. Come hang out with us. Come spend some time on the island with us. Learn, grow. Got some marriage stuff we're doing. Got some, entertainment stuff. You don't have to be married. Yeah. We had, the white party is back in full effect. The hip hop preacher out there doing the clowning,
doing the butt,
doing the butt with his wife.
Hey, will Simon Cowell be there on this trip as well?
Who is that?
Simon Cowell. Will we have Simon again?
Yeah, I'm coming. We have a talent show. I just had to keep it real on the talent show, man. I'm sorry. Next time, I'm gonna just start being a little bit more flamingo-y for y'all, so everybody can feel comfortable. Because nobody wants the truth these days.
Oh, there's some people left.
Nobody wants to hear the truth.
They were trying to get that prize. They walked away there.
Man. So Phenomenal Life Jamaica, man. Tay called me the other day, was like, yo, we sold out of all the VIP at one level. We got a couple left on the next and some general admission. So call, man, get your room reserved. It's a dope time to do it now because you can just start putting up a couple dollars till then. You just got to put the deposit down now. So we look forward to seeing you there. Phenomenal Life Jamaica, Boston. By the time you hear
Boston next week, right.
2-3 days later, you will see us there, man. So we're excited about Boston. I think there may be just a couple of tickets left in Boston. I don't know by the time it comes out, it might be sold out, but
instead of saying a triple-double hookup, Carl, can we have Will just play it? Just play it for us, please. I'd rather for him to play it.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy E.T. All right, so I've been doing D1, NBA, NFL. Look, I've been in Australia. I've been all over the world. And if you've been reading the newspaper, you've been looking at schools, you've been watching the news on what's going on with our young adults, they need our help, right? And so you got coaches doing a phenomenal job, on the athletic part of it. But guys, I am sick and tired of seeing our young men who get in D1 ball, who make it to the pros, and who lose it all. I'm tired of seeing guys get accepted into college and then going to jail, or getting accepted in college and then getting kicked out. Why? Because all they think is important from the time they 6, 7, 8 years old is the skill set, the athletic skill set, and it's more. So no more talking, no more talking. Triple Double Academy, we coming to Atlanta. We coming to Detroit. We coming to Houston. We coming to Chicago. So if you really care about your baby's future and you want to see your child succeed for life, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Triple Double Academy, where we're going to give you sound athletic skills, sound academic skills, and more importantly, sound character. It's your boy E.T. Make the rest of your athletic career the best of your athletic career.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it, Triple Double Academy.
Yep, Triple Double Academy, Triple W Academy.
Yes,
all right, make sure you put that in right because I got confused and I put in double. It's W, the letter W Academy. All right. Also, June 24th, we will be in the Lou, St. Louis. So come check us out there, man. We would love to have you guys come rock with us in St. Louis for the Take Control. Again, you know who's coming. All the heavy hitters are going to be there, all right? So you want to make sure you catch this information, a full day of learning, fun, growing, all of that good stuff. So, man, other than that, things are solid and rocking and rolling. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add to the pot there?
Oh, good.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
You sure? All right, cool. Well, get us out of here on that nugget of the day, man. We can go do some work.
Yeah, hey, guys, for real, man. It's your life. Live it, all right? Look, simple today. It's your life. Live it, all right? I know your mom got plans for you, your dad got plans for you, some of your best friends, whatever. This is your life, all right? Live it. And look, do me a favor. Don't just live it. I'm telling you from personal experience, there's 3 of us on this line. We can't speak for nobody else, but we're living our dream life, guys, right? Living our dream life. And that's not always just about money, right? Living your dream life is knowing what you've been born to do, what you've been created to do, knowing the things that bring you enjoyment, bring you life. Like for real, like C said it, if you're listening to us right now, you live in America, I'm not sure, where everybody's listening from, but if you are in a free country with opportunity, guys, go take that opportunity by the horn. Don't sit there and be reactive. Don't wait, be proactive, all right? Don't just be busy, right? Be productive. Grab life by the horn. Now, some people would debate me, but In my experience, you only live one life, all right? There's no redo. So live your dream life, all right? It's your boy E.T. saying stop being a hostage to your mom or your dad. Stop being a hostage to your friends, to your professor, right? It's your life, and you deserve to live the best life. So let's go get it.
Appreciate that nugget of the day, E. Carl, appreciate you, man. Y'all go leave us that review on iTunes. We love you. We'll see you next week.